Left to left first. Right to right. Right to left. Left to right, right to left. Kamari will do it. It's called Brahmari because it is like Brahmaram. The sound is produced like Brahmaram. The ear should be closed when the sound is produced. Only will be produced. In Om, the only part will be produced. You do 20-25 times. Two more pranayamas, Shitali and Sitkari also have to do. Breathe in through the tongue, protruded outside, bend like a spoon. Then breathe out through the nose. Shitali pranayama. It's a coolant. You can do it in summer, even in afternoon. You can. We have done it. Sukshma pranayama, we have done it many times. Then we have Sitkari, which is keeping the tongue outside, tongue touching the palate and making the hissing sound. The air will go and impinge on the back of the tongue. It's also coolant. The air will go through the teeth and hit the back of the tongue. In summer, you can do Shitali Shitkari for a long time. And we'll also do the Shanmukhi Mudra, which we have done in Sukshmayama, and do it in sitting position also. Closing the ears and taking the air to the mouth, holding the breath by pressing. Just closing the eyes and repeating and breathing out after getting up to the nose. Repeat for 6 times without removing the fingers from ears. Once again. Actually, daily practice should comprise of first Sukshmayama completely, then asanas, then pranayama, then meditation. Because I am teaching different items at different times, I'm not covering all of them. But in your own practice, you have to cover all of them. Anytime between 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock, at empty stomach. If you do this, then your perfect health will be assured. All diseases will be prevented and cured. There is no disease that cannot be prevented or cured through yoga without medicines. Yoga and naturopathy are the drugless therapies. And you can be fit till the last day of the life. Like my mother was, she was doing daily and she was very fit till she passed away. Now, coming to the some other items which we have not covered. I will explain about the pranic body and the kundalini and the chakras. So this physical body which you see is the Annamaya Kosha. It is closely attached with the Pranamaya Kosha, which is aura, which will be there around your body, spreading around 6 inches. And it can be experienced. I have experienced when I have done advanced pranayama through my Guruji, Swami Shiranand. And even though if you don't experience it, doesn't mean it's not there. It is very much there. And there is a whole subject called pranic healing, where you can experience it and handle it for yourself and for others without touching. only the pranic body. I'll show you some of the features. First, it starts with rubbing the hands. So you rub the hands, all of you start rubbing the hands. It will generate a lot of heat in the body. Now, when you do this and expand, you can experience the pranic body and the aura. So I'll teach you now one pranic body technique, pranic healing technique, where you can clean up or strengthen your own body. Of course, pranic healing can be done on others. Any other person, or you can do it on yourself. These chakras are the junctions of the pranic channels. And there's a whole course of pranic healing. It's not possible to cover here. I'll just give you the basic ideas. So the pranic channels are called nadis. There are 72,000 of them. They start from the navel and spread all over the body. They are not physical. You can't see nothing in there. The pranic body itself is not physical, but it has been photographed through Kirlian photography and aura recordings and so on. So these chakras control the organs all around each chakra. Muladhara is the bottommost, Swadhisthana, higher next, then Manipuraka, then Anahata, then Vishuddha, Ajna, and Sahas. So to the higher practices of pranayama, the advanced pranayama, I showed yesterday with the watch. That is just the beginning, and the journey goes many years after that under the Guru's immediate supervision with his presence. And finally, when the ratios go very high, the Kundalini is awakened. 8:32:16, that ratio definitely. There will be Kampanam and Utthanam. Before that itself, Svedram will come. Sweat, a lot of sweat before that, and Kampanam is on the chakras. There will be vibrations automatically coming like this, very fast. So this is for the Vishuddha, similarly for these other chakras also. And then the vibrations also will stop, and then the eyes will go upwards automatically into Shambhu, and the tongue will go upwards automatically, and the breath will stop, and Keval Kumbhaka stage is reached. And after Keval Kumbhaka, Samadhi is reached. These are very advanced yoga practices which I have gone through from my teachers, who made it compulsory that one should become a monk to go into that level completely. So I was not getting permission, so I had to stop there. But that itself is very advanced. Nobody else was there around. Don't teach even that much space. So now this is the Hatha Yoga method where the Dharana, Jhana, Samadhi automatically are achieved through the higher pranayama. So there are other methods also without so much of intense pranayama. There are other slow, softer methods to reach higher levels. Other gurus or other traditions may follow that. So we have the kriyas, the cleaning of the nose, eyes. I have not shown you any of the kriyas. Maybe I'll show you on Monday if possible. Today also I was planning to show it just to be organized. And last time we made people do cleaning stomach also by drinking water and vomiting, but I'm avoiding those things this time because all the batch members are very old in age. Last time they are all very young. Then we also plan to do Shankaprakshana, which is cleaning the intestines, but we did not do. There are 4 asanas. Drink water and do those 4 asanas. You get motions. Colorless water in the motion, indicating the complete cleaning of the Shankam. Shankam means starting with the mouth to the anus, the entire alimentary canal is called Shankam. I'm avoiding that thing for this batch because people are quite old. Then, of course, simple thing, Jalaneti, we have cleaned the nose through water using one vessel. Then we have Sutraneti to thread, Sutaneti, ghee. So some of these techniques are very powerful, but they are a little difficult. That in the remote online classes, it will be very difficult to teach them because if you don't learn properly, then you will have complications which cannot be addressed with a remote teacher like me. That's why I'm teaching only things which are very easy and no danger involved. But you have to do correctly. Whatever taught, also do correctly. Particularly retention, minimize, not avoided, except in some of the pranayama exercises. In pranayama, without retention, it is harmless. But retention can become serious if it is done too long. So this pranic body comprised of prana. Prana itself comprises of 5 different volumes: prana, apana, vyana, udana, and some having different functions which operate the entire body mechanism. Modern medicine doesn't understand all this. Ayurveda understands. Ayurveda and yoga are closely connected. Once upon a time, they were one and the same. They got separated as if independent, but the framework is the same even today. Vata, Pitta, Kapha. I hope you all know what is Vata, what is Pitta, what is Kapha. So the 3 doshas, if they are in balance, then we have a good health. If one of them is going high, you have to bring the balance back. That is what is called treatment. Simple logic is, suppose for example in cold season you are having kapha effect, then you take the opposite of kapha, that is hot substances. Then the kapha can be reduced. There are like Ayurveda, every single item, right from water or even the kitchen, ingredients. They all have particular properties. Like if you take banana, it will have kapha property. If you take something else, you have some other property. So those properties are given in the Vastuguna Deepika or Materia Medica or the Nightus. So by using those ingredients in the body, you can balance the doshas, and bring back to balance. When the tridosha are in balance, then there is no disease. If one of them is excess, or two of them are excess or combination, then you have complications. And the entire health system and ill health and diseases, everything is interpreted in Ayurveda and yoga also in terms of the doshas. So finally, we have to manage the doshas. The health is nothing but the balance of vata, pitta, and kapha, which we can achieve through various methods. By, for example, exposing yourself to sun, which is pitta, then it will overcome vata and kapha doshas. Vata is the dosha behind the arthritis, rheumatism, gas, indigestion, and so on. Kapha is the culprit behind cough, cold, COVID, whatnot. So vata, pitta, and kapha, all the three are balanced by somehow by drinking hot water, salt hot water, or kashayams, or exposing to sunlight, or any other mechanism given by Veda. Again, you restore the equal balance and you are healthy. So now this pranic body is able to control the physical body. If you clean the pranic body through pranayama or pranic healing or sunlight exposure, because sun is the main source of prana energy, and also the trees, the oxygen, fresh air, and the earth. So by natural means, the five elements, we can maintain perfect health. It is not required to go into medicines. So in nature cure, naturopathy, and yoga, which are very closely related, we maintain that perfect health only through natural methods, natural forces. No medicines are required to be used. Only water and maybe salt will be used. Otherwise, nothing. That's why they're called drugless therapies, both yoga and naturopathy. Okay, let us do some Anulom Vilom Pranayama. And both left and right nostrils are equally balanced, then you are in a state of equilibrium. So cleaning up the left side and right side is done through Bhastrika, and in Anulom Vilom we are, or Nadi Shodhana also it is called. We are maintaining the health and balance. I tell about the moksha process. We have 4 purusharthas in our life: dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. So about artha and kama, I don't have to talk. Everybody knows all day in, day out. They are only struggling for artha, and therefore the kama to achieve through that artha. Now coming to the dharma, there is so much spoken about it. Mahabharata, Ramayana, Dharma Shastra. Dharma is taught. I gave many lectures on Dharma, Dharma Yoga, and so on. The entire Bhagavad Gita is delivering Dharma in 18 chapters. So we talk about moksha now, because without Dharma, moksha is ruled out. And Artha and Kama based on Dharma will lead to moksha. Artha and Kama against Dharma will lead to destruction and complete collapse. So maintaining Dharma is fundamental. And Artha and Kama cannot be escaped, but if they are according to Dharma, they are safe. And after Artha Kama, we have moksha. What is moksha? Let us analyze. And I am assuming all of you are interested in moksha. Moksha means freedom in literal sense. Freedom from suffering. Because we are suffering through the body awareness. We are suffering through the emotions. We are suffering through the relationships. We are suffering through arrogance and ego and anger and greed and lust, which are making us suffer in this life. Moksha has many meanings. Once again, one big meaning is that you will not be born again. You are born in now because you have desires to be fulfilled in this life. So simple common sense logic is, if you don't have any desires, then you will not be born again. You will get moksha. But as you know, it is not an easy task. A lot of people think they have no desires, but they have a lot of desires. So very important for getting moksha, either in this life or later, is that you should give up all desires. Because if you have desires, the desire itself will bring back you to the Janma once again. In fact, all the people who are born, they are born because they want to fulfill their desires which are not fulfilled in the previous life. So even in one life, during this life itself, we are born many times during our lifetime in a way. It is like coming out of one job and taking another job. So when I was in previous job, I was wanting to do something and which I could not do. And therefore, I came out of that job and started doing another job where I am able to do what I wanted to do previously. So this is a new life. Similarly, even in normal life, you have your desires. Whatever you are doing is based upon your desires only. Karma or desire is fundamental. And when you desire, I want this, I want a car, then you will be working towards fulfilling that desire. And most likely you will fulfill it. In my life, I have fulfilled all my desires till now. Of course. So everybody's life, they are only working towards fulfilling all desires one by one. So in the process, that karma bandha will be there, and that karma bandha will lead to one more birth. So vairagya, detachment, desirelessness, treating any object in this world equal to nothing, is kakavishta, that is, it is as worthy as the excretion of a crow. If you can treat anything in this world that way, without desire, then you have conquered desires. That is called vairagya. Drishta anisravika vishaya vitrushnasya vashikara sanya vairagyam. Vairagyam is defined as a total conquest, transcendence of desires on objects, seen, unseen, heard, unheard, all possible objects of desire. Of course, desire has many forms: sexual desire, material desire, financial desire, sensory desires, enjoyment desires. So Vairagya, in fact, Patanjali went to the extent of saying, Yogas Chittavritti Nirodha Tada Drashtu Swarupavastharam Vrittiskaropyam Itaratra and Abhyas Vairagya Abhyam Tad Nirodha. So the mind can be controlled, Chitta Vrittis, only through Abhyasa and Vairagya both together. Abhyasa is practice. Tatra sthita yatno abhyasa dirghakala nayantari satkara sevito drudha bhumi. That took for a long time, practicing with great amount of dedication and effort. That is called abhyasa. Abhyasa yogittena chetasa nanyagamina paramam purusham divyam upartha. Only that abhyasa yoga will lead to the ultimate siddhi, success, and along with it, vairagya. There are a lot of people in this world who do a lot of yoga abhyasa, but they have not given up their desires. They have a lot of desires. And the desire itself will become the cause of their bondage. Though they may do abhyasa, so vairagya becomes a very profound fundamental requirement to give up all desires. And then the question arises, how will you operate in this world without desires? You can operate. That is, you take things as they come, satisfied with whatever they come, and don't desire anything. Just perfectly deliver your duty, that is karma yoga, to whatever comes to you without desiring for it. Because this, whatever is coming to you, is a result of your past karma, past desires. At least new desires and new karma, if you can stop, then you will escape the karma bandha. So the mukti, moksha is possible in Jivan Mukti or also after death or next life. So Jivan Mukti is a stage where while you are alive, this life itself, you are liberated, you are free, totally free from all encumbrances, all desire, prerequisite is free from all desires. And of course, free from the effects of the past karma, prarabdha karma. The karma has to be experienced Avasyam anubhoktavyam kritam karma shubha shubha. Shankaracharya statement. Avasyam, compulsorily, anubhoktavyam, to be experienced. Kritam karma, karma performed by you in the past. Shubha, ashubha, both. So shubha karma will lead to pleasant results. Ashubha karma will lead to, that is sin, will lead to unpleasant and sorrowful results, miserable results. So it is a question of getting acceptance. You have to accept whatever you are experiencing now is a result of your past karma, which you cannot change. Can you change the past? Can you go back in time and change? You cannot. You have to experience the karma as it comes. But when you experience it, you can take it in a spiritual way, take it in equanimity, samatvam yoga uchyate. So without getting upset, without getting overreactive, without weeping, if you can, without getting too much excited, vichala santushto dvandvatito vimatsara samasiddhav siddhav chakrutva pinani bhajyate. The third chapter, sixth chapter, fifth chapter, fourth chapter, all chapters are emphasizing on the equanimity karma to the results of the past karma. So as things come, you have to take them with equanimity, but deterministic approach, very strong determinism to be able to withstand whatever be the consequences. I have seen in my life extreme adversity, very extreme adversity in my childhood itself. And that extreme adversity, extremely bad circumstances against negative circumstances against me, I could still withstand thanks to the Bhagavad Gita and yoga, which I learned from our gurus and my mother and in Ramakrishna Mat. So my mental state was such even in my childhood, but I stood like a rock without any vikaram, without any effect on my mind. That's why I could withstand the extreme adversity. And after some time, maybe many years, that adversity came down, reduced. Of course, there is a usual feeling that things are bad. Things are bad, things may be bad, but they can be worse. You know very well how things can go from bad to worse and worse to worst. So at least to prevent from things going from bad to worse, you have to have a attitude, mental attitude of strength and resilience, which is expressed as equanimity, without getting perturbed and disturbed and excited. So a state of, like Sardar Patel was known as Iron Man, nothing affects him. I've seen many persons like that who are not affected by any positive or negative emotions. And that quality can be achieved through the yoga practice also, in addition to vairagya and emotional maturity. And I have seen in my life also situations where I was the target of adverse actions by others. And when I withstood with resilience, without perturbation, disturbance, but I fought according to my duty and my dharma, I finally won over it. The victory is for that person who will fight with equanimity, with strength, with courage. Of course, a person who does not fight and runs away in an adverse situation, he is known as coward. And that's why Lord Krishna asked Arjuna to fight, because running away is not a solution. So if you don't fight, you never win. You have to fight. And when you fight, you have to have strength, moral courage, psychological capacity to withstand one by one adverse situations. and the victory is yours when you fight and you achieve. I have experienced this in my life, my last part of my career. I don't want to go into details, but I have experienced how equanimity, resilience, courage, strength, and patience will give final victory to you. However difficult or however rare or however delayed it may be, but victory is yours. So moksha is not to mean that you escape from the reality of life. You have to fight, you have to do your duty with perfection, and don't bother about what comes out of it, because you have done your duty perfectly, and that is karma yoga. Now, the other important part of achieving moksha is jnana, bhakti and jnana. Karma, bhakti, and jnana are the three. Of course, yoga, the abhyasa. So about bhakti, I don't have to tell you, know very well. Bhakti is a relationship between the bhakta and the Bhagavan. The Bhagavan is all powerful, who created the universe, who sustains the universe, and he is the cause of all causes. So everything that happens in this universe has a cause, karana, and that cause itself has another cause. Like you are in this present situation because of, say, a particular cause, say your birth. And why that birth came and why only those parents in that particular circumstances. You don't know, but there are causes behind them. So those causes will have further causes, their own causes. That is their parents or their this something, and their causes, and the cause, effect chain will be there. And your ultimate cause, Mola Karana, is the Bhagavan himself. Yavaniche janinchu jagama, yavani lopalanundu, లీనమై యవ్వనియందు డిందు పరమేశ్వరుడెవ్వడు మూల కారణంబెవ్వడు అనాది మధ్యలయుడెవ్వడు సర్వముదానయైన వాడెవ్వడు వానినాత్మజినే శరణము వేడదన్. This is Bhakti Parakashta from Gajendra Moksha. The cause from which the universe created, what created, Yavaniche janinchu jagam, Yavani lopalanundu, and sustains in whom, Yavaniyandu dindu, and dissolves in whom, Parameswarudevodu, Moola Karanam Bevodu, cause of all causes, the original cause. Anadi Madhyalayudevodu, Sarvamudaneyaina Vadevodu. And he manifests himself in all these forms. They are not independent of it. In some religions, they think creation is independent of the creator. They say don't worship the creation, worship the creator. This is the core principle in all the three Abrahamic religions, which is true in a way, because if you worship the creation, which means I worship a tree or a mountain or independently, if I do that, then I am doing the wrong. Or money, I worship money, for example. I am doing wrong. I should know cause of that. The creator is the cause, and I should worship only the creator or the cause of all the creation, which is correct. But they make a big mistake in saying that statement as if the creation is independent of the creator. It exists or has a existence which is independent of the creator, which is a lie. Because the creation has no independent existence. It is an outcome of the creator only. It is a manifestation of the creator. Evani janinchu jagam, evani lopala nundu leenamai, evani yandu dindu. So it is, creation is inside the creator. That is not understood by the Abrahamic religions. That is why what they say is partly true, but the other side they are not able to understand. So whatever is appearing to be creation is nothing but the creator only manifested in that way. Again, coming to the Maya concept, the creation as it appears. It is not permanent. It is temporary. Everything is changing. And in the process, therefore, it is Maya, because it appears to be so, but it is not really so. Like it is like a mirage or a snake in the rope. The real world which appears to be real, it is not exactly so. It is like a movie. When you see a cinema or movie, you think it is real. It is not real. It is only appearing to be real. In fact, our eyes are able to see the continuity of reality if you show anything more faster than 15 times per second. Less than that, then you think it is not moving, but it is static. So it is a kind of an illusion. We are living day in and day out in a kind of an illusion, thinking it is real for our own convenience, which is fine because we find it convenient. But suddenly the reality will appear when death comes or destruction comes, because that is reality. The rest was an illusion. Death is continuously happening, but you are not able to notice it. And when death comes, suddenly you say, oh, he died or she died, as if it is a great wonder. So death is inherently there every second. Birth, death, and sustenance, Srishti Sthiti Laya is continuously happening, which you are not able to observe because your eyes cannot observe, your mind cannot observe. And like in a dream, the dream appears to be real. When you get a bad dream, particularly, it's so bad when you wake up, you realize, oh, it was a dream. The same way, in this life, whatever we are seeing, we are experiencing, is not exactly real, though it appears to be real. That is why it is called Maya. Maya is something which appears to be real, though it is unreal, which appears to be truth, though it is untruth. And of course, Maya is not definable, it is indefinable. And the indefinability itself is Maya. So the definition of Maya given by Adi Shankaracharya in Vivek is written in golden letters. Surprisingly, in one of the hotels in Tirupati, you can see today also. Sannapya Sannapi Bhayatmikano, Satnapi Asatnapi. You cannot say Maya is real, existing, and you cannot say Maya is unreal, non-existing, because it is both. And you cannot say it is both, because it is more than both. Sannapya Sannapya Bhayatmikano, Bhinnapya Bhinnapya Bhayatmikano. You cannot say Maya is different from Brahman, or it is same as Brahman, or it is both. It is neither both, nor same, nor different. Sangapya Anangapya Bhayatmikano. You cannot say Maya is single, or Maya has parts, or both. Then what can you say? You can say nothing. Mahatbhuta Anirvachaniya Maya. So he defined Maya as Anirvachaniya, undefinability itself. So that undefinable nature of Maya itself is the way to explain things as they happen. And that is how Adi Shankaracharya defeated the nihilism or nothingness theory of Buddhists. Buddhists say that finally nothingness alone is true nihilism. So he proved that it is not even nothingness, it is unspecificability, undefinability. Undefinability is the truth. So Maya Vada was given to defeat Shunya Vada. Now all this I am telling towards what is called Jnana. So the Jnana Marga, the Advaita, we have the Jnana Marga, which can be achieved through the negation of the reality of everything. So you negate the not, naiti, neti, not, it's not. Because whatever is there is only apparently there, it appears to be there, but actually it is not there. The reality, harsh reality is that the universe, the light, what you see, is actually not there. It appears to be there. It is made to appear to be there through Maya. And Mama Maya Durachaya, Devi Hesha Gunamayi. He has explained this gunas, the sattva, rajas, tama gunas comprising the Prakriti. So given the name Maya, is something which appears to exist. Mama Maya is a my Maya, Duratyaya, Mamevaye Prapanjante, Maya Metam Tarantite. Those who worship me or those who pass on me, only they can transcend Maya. The rest are caught up in Maya all the time. So, if you want to discuss a situation outside Maya, then you have to talk of Brahman, Jagan Mithya, Brahma Satyam, Jivo Brahmaneva. So one has to clarify when you say anything or when you talk of anything, whether within Maya or outside Maya. So within Maya, yes, the entire universe is real. Whatever you see is real. Your relationships, your life, your designations, your money, your everything is real within Maya. And one of the most extraordinary features of this Maya is that it is not the same for everyone. It shows different picture to everyone different. So my Maya is different from your Maya. Is Maya. Everything, the reality which you see is different for each person. So this, if you understand Maya, then you can transcend Maya. And Upasana Bhakti to Bhagavan. Mamevaye Prabhajante Maya Metam Tarantike. So please remember, whenever anything happens or is happening, it is only in Maya. So within Maya, your jobs, your relationships, your lives, your cars, your houses, your people, everything is true within Maya relatively. And it is different for different people. What is true for one person is untrue for another person. What is real for one person is unreal for another person. What is good for one person is bad for another person. But within that individual's Maya domain, it is all real. Satya is not Mithya. That is the Dvaita Siddhanta. And only when you come out of Maya, when you reach the Lord, Bhagavan, then you will be able to transcend Maya. And once you transcend Maya, you are merged into the Bhagavan or Lord, which is the Paramatma, and you are all Jivatmas. What is the difference between Jivatma and Paramatma? They are one and the same. But due to Maya, the Jivatva is assumed, the identity of Jiva is assumed. But once you come out of Maya, you are one with the Lord. There is only oneness, that is Brahman. Jagan Mithya, Brahma Satyam, Jivo Brahmaiva na Aparaha. Jiva is none other than Brahman itself, because Jivatva is only the result of Maya. So let us now close today's session by Om meditation, which is Om Ichekakshram Brahma. This Brahman is nothing but Om. Om is nothing but Brahman, and the symbol of Brahman, nature of Brahman, everything. Mandukya Upanishad, Om is explained as Brahman. And you will focus now on Om, which is Brahman, and you are Brahman, Ham Brahmasmi, that is the highest state of realization, which has to come by itself. Tattvamasi. Om. Om. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। सर्वस्तरतु दुर्गाणि, सर्वो भद्राणि पश्यतु, सर्वः सद्बुद्धिमाप्नोतु, सर्वः सर्वत्र नन्दतु, सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु, सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु, सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु, सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु, लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु, लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु, लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु। We'll meet again on Monday, which is the last day of this course. Okay, bye.